Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you for joining me here on another episode of Allie's Treasure Trove. Today we're going to be checking out another KOTOBUKIYA BISHOUJO statue of mine. This is actually one of my very small collection of Street Fighter Bishoujos. We do have the original CAMMY here, and I do say original because this was the figure released in 2014, not the 2018 re-release, although that is already a couple years old now at this point, in January 2021. But CAMMY, actually, it was part of the original line with the Chun-Li. I believe she was the second ever Bishoujo Street Fighter figure to come out. Now, I will go ahead and actually I found a very cool older image of the original line, prices, and release dates. I'll go ahead, that should be on the screen right now. I did end up picking this up at Anime Fix. I'll put their logo on screen as well. Anime Fix is an anime shop here in Pinellas County, Florida. I'll put the link to their website in the description too. Let's say you're in the area and want to go check them out, or they do online orders as well. That is where I get just about everything statue-wise in my collection. But CAMMY is gorgeous here. I've never unboxed her, so that's of course what we're gonna be doing for the first time here today, and I just really like her muscular legs. Like, I don't know what it is, every time I see a figure that has really nice, firm, muscular legs, I'm like, I need that. I need to have it. Mainly because that's what I wish I would look like, but anyways, that's a different point here. Do have CAMMY. Also in that original picture, you may have seen some other ones. The only other one actually from that original lineup that I have, we've seen the Poison, which was the shadowed figure. That was like, woo, teaser. I've already opened that one on the channel. I'll go ahead and link that video right up there. And also, I do have the Jury as well, so let me know in the comment section if you guys would like to see me unbox that Jury here on the channel. But we're going to go ahead, take a look at CAMMY today, unbox, and just kind of fawn over her and her legs. Let's go on ahead and get on into it. Switching cameras here and checking her out. Now, as you may have seen in that picture, or it might have been too small. I mean, we'll figure out afterwards. Well, I'll figure out when I'm editing. She did originally retail for just $64.99. Now, as the line has developed, the Bishoujos in general from KOTOBUKIYA, they have gotten more expensive. I was looking on their website, which is linked down below as well. One of the newer DC ones coming out, I think, is retailing at $124.50. So they have gone up a bit in price, but they are, you know, 6-7 years old now at the moment. So CAMMY, when I just did a quick Google search because I couldn't remember what year she came out, it looks like between the original and the re-release she's kind of settled around 150 to 200. At least that's what Bing told me, because I do my personal channel stuff on Microsoft Edge and the regular shop stuff on Chrome. I don't like having them in the same tab, so that is that. But then one actually released after CAMMY is the Jury. There she is. That would be a fun cosplay, but not like very safe. Not a very safe cosplay to do. But here she is. Does have the little camo marks on her legs. Those are some awesome boots. And that is a lot of hair. That looks like a lot to manage. Like, braided, it's that long, so I can only imagine how long CAMMY's hair if she had her hair down. But let's go ahead and cut this 7-year-old seal here, you guys. I cannot believe it. Look, I can almost open it and peel off the actual sticker without cutting it. But let's go ahead. Oh no, I'm ruining the sanctity of the box. Can you imagine I wasn't recording? That would feel bad. But yes, we are opening CAMMY here today. Now I was looking around my room looking for, hey, what should I do next? And I saw the CAMMY and I was like, you know what? Pretty sure Steven, who is actually our ultimate excavator on my Patreon, which I launched at the beginning of the year. If you guys want to check that out, that link is down below in the description as well. Lots of links down there. But I remember at one point when I was talking about the Bishoujos and the Street Fighter ones in particular, Steven was excited about CAMMY. So this video here, actually, Steven, I was thinking of you. Also, the CAMMY was pretty convenient out of my stack of figures to get out. But yes, we do have CAMMY here today. HD Glory CAMMY. Now, it's crazy to think about the price difference on these older figures compared to the new ones, like I was saying, but they are very detailed, very nice. Originally, actually, the Bishoujo line was 1/8 scale instead of 1/7 scale, so some of the original Marvel, and I'm not sure if any of the DC ones, but I know Marvel, like the Scarlet Witch, the Rogue, I had the opportunity to purchase those. I'd really wanted them, but when I saw them in person, I didn't realize that they were smaller than like all the other ones that I have, because they had switched from 1/8 scale to 1/7 scale, so they are a bit bigger. So just be aware if you're ordering older Marvel ones. I know for sure the Scarlet Witch, the Rogue, and then also maybe the original Phoenix is at 1/8 scale instead, which I really like those sculpts, but they are quite expensive on the secondhand market. I remember when I was able to find the Rogue, it was about 400, and then I was like, I want this, but it's like not even the right size. So I did pass up on those. I don't know why I started going off on a tangent about that. That is actually not related to CAMMY here, aside from being older figures. But I was surprised to read that it released in 2014. I know I've mentioned I've been collecting for a long time, you guys. Save up my allowance instead of buying, like, snacks or, like, going out with friends, like going to the movies. I was never really into going places when I was younger. Wasn't really into doing stuff with people either. So, I would always save my money to get these figures. Not sure why my parents didn't think I was a raving lesbian, but whatever. My parents love me regardless, I guess. Just be like, Allie, why are you, why do you have all these, half-naked women in your room? Like, don't worry about it, it's art! That's a different story, but let's go ahead and take her out. Does have kind of that older, crinklier plastic. I'm losing the base. The base did fall off here. I mean, not that it was super attached. It looks like it will be like the Poison, where you can insert perhaps a picture of CAMMY or the little Street Fighter logo down there. That's probably in this instruction booklet. And CAMMY, of course, just because the way she's sculpted does not stand on her own, but the base does have, as you can see, the slots to put in her shoes, so that way she can stand up. But let me go ahead, take this out here, and we can look. Well, actually, I kind of don't even want to take that out, but there is the acetate slide-in piece of CAMMY, and that would be to put, we tried it with the Poison, you put it, like right about there, stick that in the base, and then it'll have the CAMMY underneath. But this I do want to take off. This plastic is kind of old. You can see. It does seem to feel a bit sticky. It's got that good crinkle noise. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully that wasn't horrible to listen to. Alright, you see, you would stick that in there, and it would clasp in, if I did it right. Yeah, that seems about as far in as it goes. I don't want it to get permanently stuck, like I said, just in case in the future, when I have room to actually display my figures, I don't want that to get stuck in there without the CAMMY display piece. Let me go ahead and move this plastic out of the way. Alrighty. We're about 7 minutes into the video, and I've accomplished nothing, really. But let's go ahead and look at CAMMY here. One thing that troubled me originally with the Street Fighter line, like I said, the first one to come out was the Chun-Li. The Chun-Li had very weird eyes. Like, it didn't look like they sculpted her face necessarily correctly, and her eyes were weird. They actually ended up doing a second Chun-Li figure, because that was actually a massive complaint a lot of people had, was that her face looked really weird. And that one, to me, it was better, but not enough to get to my collection. So I don't have either of the Chun-Lis, but I did pick up this CAMMY just because she does look gorgeous. Gorgeous face, and like I said, can't resist powerful legs. But let's go ahead and remove the plastic here. Lots of plastic. Actually, probably good that I'm going ahead and taking these all out. I remember someone left a comment on one of the Nendroid unboxings that it's good to actually give your Nendroid some fresh air, just because the plastic can end up sticking. I guess you wouldn't want it to stick permanently, but I wouldn't want that to damage any of the paint. So good probably for me to go ahead and unbox these. Even though it feels weird, I'm opening up a box I've had mint sealed for 7 years. Well, probably 6.5. Technically from now to 2014 is 7 years. But I doubt this came out in January of 2014. Alright, let's get this. The thing with these BISHOUJO figures is I want to steal all of their clothes. Like, I want to own these shoes. I also wanted to steal the Ash Williams shoes and the Edward Scissorhands shoes. So basically, I just want all their shoes. I would say I'd want to steal the Poison shoes, but I actually have shoes like that, so I'm good. But here she is. I love the metallic paint here on her armwear. Not sure what you'd actually call that, but the metallic paint. She has the very bright yellow hair, and of course, very muscular. That's one thing I really like about the Street Fighter ones compared to a lot of the others. I mean, yes, the superhero ones, the girls, they're fit, but like, CAMMY is probably the most muscular BISHOUJO figure that I have seen in general from all of the ones they've put out. Look at those traps. Man, that is actually kind of ridiculous. And of course, CAMMY's bodysuit. You always have to check out. Like I said, I always check out. I always gotta touch the butt on all my figures. Muscular. And then the camo print. The camo print, I know it's a character design thing, but to me it's kind of weird. It looks like cow spots. But it does look good. The figure looks good. CAMMY has an interesting body shape. Muscular. Muscular. And then, of course, She has her little socks sticking out. And the shoes, which remind me of actually the Edward Scissorhands shoes. I wish I had that one here, but I'm not that lazy that the Edward Scissorhands is still in here about 2 months later. That one I did bring back to my house already, although the 10K special cards from the Titan Cards channel are actually still sitting here in a pile, so I guess I'm 50% lazy. But it does have, you want to be careful with this. We have a siren in the background, not sure if you can hear it. It's quite loud today. But the little bows there, just be careful, because if you knock them, I am feeling a little bit of give. Especially on this one here. That does seem like it'd be easy to break, so definitely be careful. I like the way the actual, her laces in her shoes. If it would focus, please, camera. I'm not sure what it's focusing on. There we go. I guess I just had to turn her. But her laces are sculpted into the shoe. It's an extra detail. I do like that very much. It has, they even have a lot of depth to them as well. That is very cool. Of course, though, her shoes are hollow on the bottom, so they can fit into the base. Let's go ahead and get that set up here. All right, let me make sure. That piece slid out again. That's okay. Let me make sure that I'm doing it right. All right, there we go. I want to make sure I was not putting it on backwards, which I was initially. All right, so this base does seem like it is extra tight to spread there. All right, so that is, okay, it does fit though. One figure that I have open at home, I do have the original Mystique. I don't think that one's, it might have been released. I know that over the past several years, Kotobukiya has been re-releasing a lot of the older ones, not those 1/8 scale ones, but the older ones. The Mystique, the one that I have, she doesn't fit to, like, she'll snap into the base, but she always pops out. This one here doesn't seem like you have to pull on her legs too much to get her to fit into the base. Just a tiny bit, enough so that it's still tight and it pulls inward so that she kind of locks in without being like some kind of click mechanism where you have to actually shove her on there. That is very nice. So there she is. Let me go ahead, and since she's out now, we can't really turn her around this way. Well, there's the top-down view. Very cute hat. Beret. Let's look at her this way. And there she is. CAMMY in all of her glory. I really like the color scheme here. I mean, it's red and green. Reminds me of Christmas. But I just really like these colors individually. And together, looks really cool. That is, of course, not thanks to Kotobukiya. I mean, the paint application is great. That is just a costume design kind of thing. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. You guys can look at her better this way. Look at HD Alley hair texture. There she is. And CAMMY does have a nice face. Like I said, that original Chun-Li and the second version of Chun-Li, not a fan of either of those. I think she had a weird face. And like I said, that's not just me. That was a lot of people's complaints when the figure originally came out. All right, there's enough HD Alley hair texture and CAMMY. Let me unzoom here. I think I have it, yeah, all the way out. But that will do it here for today's unboxing video and a micro review. If I were to give if I were to give CAMMY a number out of 10, I combined 10 and CAMMY here, I would give CAMMY a 10 out of 10. I really do like her. I like the sculpt, I like the colors, very good paint application. Like I said, original price, very, very reasonable. Not that some of the newer prices are unreasonable, but I actually haven't purchased any of the new ones in quite some time. What was the last Bishoujo that I purchased? That is actually a very good question. I know I was thinking about getting the new Poison Ivy. I ended up not picking that one up. But otherwise, prior to that, might have actually been that Ash. So it actually has been a while since I bought any of the new ones. I think it's just more so I'm not too crazy about the newer character selection. It hasn't really much to do with the price. That's more of just not caring too much about the new figures they're putting out. And I remember, like, for Marvel, there's been like a Captain Marvel. I wasn't a fan of that one. So I really do like these older ones, but actually, you know, it's not too bad of a thing if I don't have to spend more money on new figures. If you don't love it, don't get it. I mean, but if you really want it, make sure to add that to your collection, because CAMMY is definitely one that I would recommend here. 10 out of 10 on this CAMMY. But that will do it for this episode here. Pretty quick one. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Especially, I'm going to switch back to this view real quick. Even viewing from the top, look at how dynamic that is. The hair is flying around, posing. That's really cool. And again, look at those shoulders, man. Look at her. Look at those shoulders. All right, but that will do it here. Finally. for this episode here on Allie's Treasure Trove. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, comments for me, leave those down below. And of course, if you're not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, we'd love to have you with us. What are you doing? Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, before I sign off here, definitely have to give a big shout out to all my patrons over on Patreon. I did start that in the new year. We already have a couple people over there. So thank you so much, you guys, for your extra added support, including our ultimate excavator, like I mentioned earlier, Stephen Olivo. And also, we do have a gemstone miner as well, Andon. So thank you so much, you guys, for your above and beyond support here at Allie's Treasure Trove. But that will do it for me here. I should be back again on Sunday with a new Allie Chat video. We'll unearth the treasure of me there, and then I'll be back again, of course, next Tuesday with our regularly scheduled content. Patrons, make sure to go look out for a poll coming soon over on Patreon. I'll let you guys have a little bit of influence in what I open next week, because I think I will have a little bit extra time to maybe do something a little more intricate. So make sure to go check that out. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!